CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Havana calling. CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Radio Havana calling all shortwave listeners and radio amateurs. Welcome to... DXers Unlimited, Radio Havana's weekly feature dedicated to the fascinating world of radio communications.
Hola, mis amigos radio aficionados all around the world. Yes, this is the middle of the week edition of DXers Unlimited, your favorite radio hobby program. I am Arnaldo Arnicoro, Radio Amateur 2KK, your host, now ready to provide our audience with what I consider to be really very important, nice news about the present and future of amateur radio. The Ireland Telecommunications Authority has now provided operating privileges for the new 14 MHz 8 meters amateur band. Again, Irish radio amateurs are already on the air converting mobile radio band FM equipment so that it will be able to operate on frequencies above 40 MHz. My analysis is that other telecommunications agencies may follow because the region between 30 and 50 MHz is being used nowadays by very few operators that have switched their network to cell phone high-speed 3G and 4G systems, and in the future the 5G systems also. I'm your host here in sunny Havana, Cuba, at the middle of the week edition of DXers Unlimited. My name again, Arnicoro, CO2KK, I have radio call sign. And now, after a short break, more news about the new 40 MHz or 8 meters wavelength band now in use by amateurs in the Republic of Ireland. Yes, amigos, ham radio operators in the Republic of Ireland are enjoying the use of a new VHF band, and here are the details. This is the press release. In April of 2018, Irish radio amateurs gained access to much of the low VHF spectrum, including 40 MHz. Some short-distance contacts were established in November of last year. Over the winter months, several Echo India prefix stations from Ireland have been very busy getting ready for the new 8-meter band, and this has now resulted in more inter-Echo India prefix stations for 40 MHz activity. Over last weekend, propagation weekend has been heard at distances of over 200 kilometers of this new VHF band, the 8 meters. Several Echo India prefix stations are now active on the band and are looking for reception reports from Europe. Congratulations to our Irish amateurs for their pioneering work in opening up a totally new band, something that surprised many of us that normally keep track of the use of the radio frequency spectrum all around the world. And now more news about the 8 meters amateur band. My analysis of the behavior of that segment of the low VHF frequency spectrum tells me that the new band will behave in a very similar way as the 50 MHz or 6 meters band, now in use by many countries after the low VHF band television stations around the world moved to UHF channels and started to use high-resolution digital transmissions, going away from the analog transmission system. Mobile to fixed stations VHF system uses a frequency range between 30 and 50 MHz are being phased out of use thanks to the extensive coverage now available and achieved by cell phone systems that are available at much lower cost to the operators. Recycling narrowband FM, mobile, and fixed low-band VHF stations is quite possible, feasible, especially the latest generation of those software programmable equipment that already have the input and output radio frequency filters networks for those frequencies and that are now available free of charge for the Irish amateur operators at many locations. Also, it makes possible to assemble automatic propagation beacons within the power range of 10 to 50 watts that are ideal with simple antennas for warning uses of band openings on the 40 MHz or new 8 meters amateur band. Marianao City is one of the municipalities of our capital city. Amateurs living in Marianao operate a weekly 2 meters band. Next on the club parking spot called frequency of 145.750, 145.750, where they meet just after 9 p.m. each Monday. Next control station, Alfredo, Charlie Oscar 2, Alpha Alpha Lima, provides club members with up-to-date information about activities, and this past Monday, the good news was that 61 persons took the first amateur radio practice test. With all of them, yes, the full class passing with flying colors. The Saturday 25 May test was a training session to prepare applicants for the upcoming Ministry of Communications official exam due to take place at the end of June. As in previous occasions, passing the simulated test done by the Federation of Cuban Radio Amateurs with good marks is good news indicating how well prepared the students were already for the test. Now they will have until the end of June to go over the questions that they could not answer properly. The simulated tests are organized at a national level by the Cuban Federation of Radio Amateurs provincial chapters and local radio clubs all over the island. This is Radio Havana Cuba. The name of the show is DXers Unlimited, and our good news today is the opening of the new 8 meters amateur band in the Republic of Ireland, hopefully to be followed by other European stations, and maybe to be a topic to deal with the upcoming World Administrative Radio Conference to take place in Egypt this year. The 8 meter band, 40 MHz, is the lowest portion of the very high frequency VHF radio spectrum allocated to amateur radio use. The term refers to the average signal wavelength of 8 meters, 14 MHz. The 8 meter band shares many characteristics with the neighboring 6 meter amateur band. However, it is somewhat lower in frequency, so it does display better propagation mechanisms via the F2 ionospheric layer normally seen at high frequency bands, which occasionally appears only on 6 meters. So more frequent F2 openings are expected on 8 meters. However, sporadic propagation, whereby radio signals bounce off ionized clouds in the lower E region of the ionosphere, are going to be common on this band this summer. Look for them if you're in Europe. The International Amateur Radio Union is currently encouraging amateur member societies to try to obtain small frequency allocations at 40 MHz and 60 MHz bands. Question: will it be possible for another long series of days without sunspots to take place? Or, so far during 2019 we have many days without a single sunspot in sight. During 2018 and 2019 so far we have had to deal with very low solar activity as solar cycle 24 nosedives into its bottom, the nadir of the cycle. Paradoxically, a long spell of very low solar activity diminishes the ionospheric absorption of radio signals from 100 kHz to around 5 MHz. And the very low solar activity matches very well with the many reports we are receiving from listeners that pick up our broadcast of Radio Havana Cuba on the 60 meters tropical band frequency of 5040 kHz, and also the 49 meters international broadcast frequencies of 6000, 6060, 6100, and 6165 in use every evening. Following the request by several DXers Unlimited to the weekend show, here is more about the recently mentioned here KK2 portable ground plane extended antenna. I suggest the use of copper tubing of no less than 6 mm diameter, and better yet to use 10 mm diameter hard ground, not flexible copper tubing. The vertical element will require a 60 centimeters long tube so it can be trimmed to minimum standing wave ratio when adjusting the antenna for resonance. The 4 elements that form the ground plane are cut to a length of 52 centimeters each, and you will not need to adjust anything, just leave it like that. 52 centimeters is okay. The antenna is attached to a 3-section mast made of thick wall plumbers PVC pipe with hardwood plugs and the interconnections between the 3 sections. The height above the ground of the vertical ground plane portable antenna will be around 3 meters. That's 1.5 wavelength of separation from the terrain, which is the optimum minimum required height for efficient ground wave contact. And don't forget to send your signal reports and comments to info.rhc@enet.cu. I say it again slowly and phonetically. India, November, Foxtrot, Oscar, Romeo, Hotel, Charlie. The symbol for at, Echo, November, Echo Tango, that's Enet. The symbol for dot, then CU, Charlie Uniform. And via email, send your radio related questions and reports to Arnie Coro, my last name is spelled Charlie Oscar Romeo Oscar, in phonetics. Arnie Coro, Radio Havana Cuba, Havana, Cuba.
And that's all for today. This is Arnie Coro, Radio Amateur CO2KK, your host here at Radio Havana's DXers Unlimited, saying 73 and very good DX.
Arnie Coro, DXers Unlimited, heard twice a week here on Radio Havana Cuba, the weekend edition and the midweek edition that you just listened to here, DXers Unlimited.